Hey guys, all right, so we have been feeding and discarding a couple days now, and you might be able to see some hooch. And what the frick is hooch, right? Hooch equals hungry. So hooch is a liquid that usually accumulates at the top, could accumulate anywhere, but usually by the end of like the day. It's a liquid, it's just water. That means that your starter is hungry. So hooch equals hungry, all right? So it's not that big of a deal when you see it. Unless you want to keep up on it. You can feed it a little bit more to keep the hooch away, but honestly, I just dump the hooch off into the sink because it's just water. Try not to do the flour mixture into the sink, right? We talked about not putting that stuff down your drains. But if you see that hooch, you just dump that off. Proceed as usual with your discarding, putting that in the fridge, and then feeding it again. And then if you'd like it to maybe go a little bit faster, like, hey, I want this process to go a little faster, you can feed and discard and feed twice a day if you want. It's up to you and how much and how quick you want to do it, how active things are going. So when I'm starting to see the hooch, it means that there is some sourdough goodness going on in there with the yeast and the bacteria and all that good stuff in there. Because it's eating the flour. Whatever is in the flour, the nutrients and stuff like that, it's eating it and it's done and it's like, hello, I'm hungry. So that's where that hooch comes from. So again, you just dump that hooch stuff off, and then discard and feed like you would normally every day. Like I said, you can go ahead and feed it maybe twice a day. If you want to do a half a cup in the morning of flour with a 1/4 cup water. And then in the nighttime, if you're starting to see too much hooch before you go to bed, feed it again, a half a cup of flour and a 1/4 cup of water. If you really want to get it going, if you really want to have a lot of discard for recipes and stuff like that, you can do the cup of flour, half a cup of water, and then do that twice a day too. It's really forgiving. Sourdough is a really cool thing because as long as you just keep this bad boy fed, it's gonna keep doing the bubbly action and grabbing the yeast from the air and stuff like that. So if you're seeing hooch, it's actually a good thing because that means it's working. It's doing its job with inside the flour water mixture, grabbing that yeast and making our fun, bubbly, gassy type of stuff. So hooch equals hungry. Don't be scared of it. It's not a big deal. Sometimes it's a little gray water, it looks like, but it's not mold or anything like that. Mold is very, I've never had it, but from what I've seen, it is very obvious that it is mold. But this liquid that's a grayish, or it could be a light color, just depending on what kind of flour you're feeding it, that's just liquid. Hooch equals hungry. So there's your hooch equals hungry video for today. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Did anybody name their starter? I've got people that usually like to name them, and it's kind of cute.